Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back. We're at KubeCon 24 here in Salt Lake City, Utah, and I'm joined by Steve from AMD. Steve, welcome to the show. How are you?
I'm great, thank you. Having a great time.
Good. Obviously, this is not your first KubeCon, and probably not your first time in Salt Lake City, or is it?
Both. I have been to Salt Lake City before, but this is my first KubeCon.
Oh, really? So this is new to you. So you did some co-located events yesterday. We have a pub crawl tonight, or a booth crawl is what they call it.
Yes, we did. We AMD sponsored the refreshments at SUSE Rancher Day yesterday, and that was a great event. Thank you.
I was so busy I didn't get a chance to eat, but I'm sure it was great. So it wasn't appreciative. It is. So we have a deep partnership with AMD, and we do a lot of things together. Care to elaborate on some of the things that, as a partners, that we do together?
Sure. We have a very long-standing relationship with SUSE. First at the Linux distribution level, with kernel development, with other technologies that find their way upstreamed into the kernel, and that relationship goes back to the earliest days of SUSE. Of course, AMD has been in the x86 processor business for just over 50 years now, so very mature participation with the industry and bringing new technologies to the kernel. And my role as an alliance manager to the cloud native community and to SUSE is to work at the software layers above that, especially with Rancher Prime, with SUSE virtualization, and to offer our customers choice in the platforms for application deployment that they use. So naturally, SUSE is a very close partner in those layers.
And what people don't realize a lot of times is that the relationship between hardware and software is not just at the kernel level, it's not just at the operating system, but sometimes it has to extend beyond that. And I think it's where you're focusing, is that beyond point that people go, oh, well, it works on the Linux, right? It's fine, right? But that's not necessarily the case. Like there's considerations that we have to do and how we work together.
That's right. It's an interesting irony that at one layer we're trying to abstract the hardware underneath and relieve the developer and the end user from having to worry about what's under the hood, and yet it's the technologies in the processors, in the lower level software that make the performance possible and support the pipelines for development of especially AI that bring the use cases to life.
So we announced SUSE AI. This is our announcement here at KubeCon, and where you're working through at AMD. Any big announcements coming, or anything coming down that people should be looking out for? Keeping an eye on, going like, this is interesting.
Well, 4 weeks ago, AMD announced our 5th generation EPYC product line, codenamed Turin. Very excited about Turin. As a CPU processor, Turin has amazing performance capability for AI inference with models, but Turin has models within the line that can also extract more performance out of the GPU accelerators that may be used. And so even though, you think that you may have a rack of GPUs doing training, but you have to feed the data to those GPUs and keep them churning, and the higher performance CPU server processor you have to keep those GPUs fed, the more performance you get out of them. And with those resources doing the training, and then with general purpose EPYC processors doing inference, all on Rancher Prime, for example, then you've got a very powerful combination of data center resources to bring AI to life.
Awesome. So if someone wanted to learn more about this 5th generation processor coming out, where can they learn more about that?
AMD.com is the place.
Okay.
Under the EPYC processor product, and you'll find all the information of the latest 5th generation, as well as our prior 4th gen and related products, and an increasingly rich product line spanning traditional data center to edge, and as well with our cloud, public cloud partners, AWS, Google, Azure, Oracle Cloud. So a strong partnership there. And of course, having a consistent platform, deployment platform such as Rancher to run between a private cloud and a public cloud or a public resource gives those users resiliency and other use cases to build their and secure their enterprise data and workloads on.
That's pretty cool. Pretty cool. Well, thank you very much for your time. Hope you enjoyed the rest of KubeCon, being this your first one, and we'll see everybody else in the community.